Little Planet 4 has officially been mentioned again. But the question is how many more times until they actually decide to do it and not just troll with us fans. Well, let me stop there for a minute and explain. Recently, the rumors for a new Little Planet game have yet again been brought up, since a Sumo Digital developer made a post about Little Planet 4. The post in itself is kind of like a meme expressing how much the fans are begging for a new game and what features it should have. In particular, the backwards compatibility with the old games. Honestly, if it was a brand new game with no backwards compatibility, I would still take it. I mean, it's been so long since we got Little Planet 3, and it's such a shame a new game hasn't come out yet. I think we all agree on that. With the recent server shutdown and with the state of the franchise right now, I think it is very much needed. So today I'll be talking about why we actually need a new Little Planet game and some features that it should have. But before I dive into that, I just wanted to say that I'm sorry for disappearing for like a month and that more content is coming, so I would really encourage you to subscribe and leave a like if you enjoy Little Planet content. And with that out of the way, let's get to it. I will be listing a few of the reasons on why I think we desperately need a new Little Planet game. Coming up first is that we haven't had a game as creative and charming as Little Planet for PlayStation in more than a decade now. I mean, sure, we had Dreams, but as we all saw, that game didn't do nearly as good as Little Planet. And, well, Media Molecule already moved on from that game, which goes to say a lot regarding the game's success. Anyways, because we haven't had a game as Little Planet for a long time now, I think that it's very reasonable for Sony to just greenlight the sequel already. But again, we are talking about Sony, so I don't know. The second reason is the recent server shutdown, which in my opinion is one of the most tragic things to ever happen to a game that completely relied on its online service. It's really sad that its online levels, creation and more are now long gone, only because of a hacker. But there's always that but. I think that all these situations should make a wake-up call for PlayStation. I mean, I'm sure that they saw how many of their fanbase fought online to support the developers that were working to fix the servers. It would be really tragic for the franchise to end just like that, and rot in the dust, when there's a fanbase that still loves it. Little Planet deserves to make a comeback, and in what better way than releasing a fourth game? I mean, it would literally be amazing if they did that. The third reason is that the games are very profitable. With millions of copies sold and even more DLC downloads, Little Planet sure made a huge profit for PlayStation. I mean, just the profit that they've gotten from all the DLCs the franchise has to offer should be more than enough for them. And believe me, there are so many DLCs, I can't even count them. Sure, the games might be a little old now, but their fanbase is still there willing to buy a new game, so there's that. The fourth and final reason is undoubtedly the fanbase. Little Planet has an incredible fanbase, and the thing is they are all very eager for a new game. As Mark Hall mentioned in his post, the entire community wants a new game, so the question is, why not do it? But yet again, it's up to Sony, so I don't know. Anyways, moving on. Now for the features that it should have. First of all, it definitely needs to have a create mod. Unlike Sackboy Big Adventure, Little Planet 4 should really have a create system in it. I'd really like it if it stays true to the original, but at the same time allowing you to create in 3D. Secondly, I think that it should be on a newer engine, and that it most certainly needs to have a more safer server running it, so that history doesn't repeat itself. Thirdly, it should have a great story mode, and unlike Little Planet 3, the story should be longer. And lastly, I think that the game should not derail from its charming aesthetics and gameplay. I think that is an important key that really makes Little Planet feel Little Big Planet, if you know what I mean. Anyways, as of now there has been no official confirmation, so we will still have to wait and see if a new game does ever come out. With that, I hope you enjoyed the video and see you next time with some banger of videos.